What is up, everyone? My name is FMSorcerer, and today I'm going to be talking about the top unanswered questions in the third arc of Wizard101.
Look at the way that I floss. Shorty say that I'm a boss, and they know I got a sauce. You don't want me, that's your loss.
So before we get started, guys, I just wanted to set two goals on the video. The first one is a sub goal, so we can reach those PewDiePie levels of fame. The sub goal is 15 new subscribers. So if you're someone who has never seen my channel before, or maybe even watched my vids, but you were like, I'm not sure if I should subscribe. If you end up watching this video and you enjoy it, then make sure to subscribe. And the next goal is a like goal. So if we can get 70 likes on this vid, then that would definitely be lit. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with the list.
I don't wanna be here no more.
On number 5, we have Who is the Sky Being? Now, in the Chrysalis Grand Prophecy, we learned that there were 5 beings in the first world, and they were Spider, Raven, Tree, Land, and Sky. Now, Spider is Old Cobb, Raven would be Grandmother Raven, and Tree would be Bartleby, but we don't know who Sky was. In the picture, we see that Sky is depicted as being a female, and the Oracle also has a female voice. Now, what could possibly connect these two things was a statement made by Mallory in the first world of the third arc, which is Polaris, where she basically said that the Oracle is as old as the sky, and she became concerned about the Oracle and wanted to visit her because of some signs that she was seeing in the sky that looked strange. Now, maybe this is just a coincidence, but all of those things and the fact that Mallory felt such a need to go and visit the Oracle immediately just based off of the signs that she saw in the sky could mean that the Oracle is in fact the sky and that she is able to be held in that capacity that she is in Polaris when we visit her. But this is still unexplained and it is not official, and King Zhao has not confirmed it at all, and is still one of the biggest mysteries in the third arc.
I'm fading. Don't hate me now.
So one of the most theorized closed doors in the Arcanum is the locked Cabal gate sealed with energy. A lot of players have talked about this ever since the Arcanum was released pretty much, and lots of people have different opinions on what it could be. Most of them say that it would be a new school, and I actually believe that it is. So my belief is that there is a new type of magic that is being kept away, and our wizards are soon going to discover it. So I think that it could be cantrip magic because the Cabal begins with a C, cantrip begins with a C. A lot of it makes a lot of sense, but there's also more to it than that, and I'm actually going to have a full video dedicated to that. But that is basically what I'm going to say on it right now. Also, the other thing is that the word Arcanum means secrets and mysteries, and there are definitely many closed doors throughout the Arcanum that we can't get into. So wouldn't it make sense that the one that draws the most attention to it, that is right in the center of the Arcanum, and it has the most work put into the design of it, would be the biggest mystery and hold the most secrets inside of it? We already were allowed to go into the Schism in Mirage, and if you don't remember the Schism, it was basically where we were able to find out the history of the building of the Arcanum and pretty much everything else that related to the Cabal and how they're trying to restore the first world. So if we already found out about that, then what more could there be about the Cabal that we don't know, other than something as big as the fact that they have discovered a new type of magic? That would also explain why it's being kept away from our wizards, because maybe it's dangerous, maybe the Arcanum scholars don't want us to find out about it, and Greta Darkkettle said herself that we are being kept many secrets that we don't know about. The Arcanum is not what we think it is. However, none of this is confirmed, and we don't know anything about what is behind that gate at the end of the day. This is still one of the biggest unanswered questions in the third arc, and it will obviously be revealed one day, whether that's in Imperial or in the worlds coming after that. But as of now, it is still unexplained.
I don't wanna be here no more. Let's start with a bang.
One of the most interesting things to do in the Arcanum is to just look outside of the windows and view the mysteries of the galaxy, stars, black holes, everything like that. If you just go to one of the windows and you just look at all the activity that's happening outside of there, I'm pretty sure you'll be amazed by everything that you see. Shooting stars going past, all the glistening, some planets that you can see far off, and just wondering about what really is out there. Most players have wondered about what that gigantic black hole is that can be seen outside of the largest window as soon as you get into the Arcanum. And theories range from the possibility that Morganth fell into that hole, or it being the source of energy for the Arcanum, or for Shadow, or something greater. Also, KI once teased in a forum post that what is outside of the spiral could be too dangerous to even think about. That's insane. However, we still have no idea what exactly is outside of the spiral, and we can really only wonder and look at some of these paintings that can be seen in the Arcanum that have like these planets crashing into each other and these gigantic stars and other black holes and all this other cool stuff. but we still really don't know what it is. Are there other worlds? Is there some type of huge threat that we can't even perceive, like KI said? And will it ever play a role in the third arc? We're definitely going to find out about what that black hole is, but as of everything else that is outside the spiral, we really have no idea. One theory that I have is that the world Yago, which was revealed in Wisteria as being the homeworld to one of the Oni bosses, could be a type of world that is outside of the spiral, because if you think about it, Yago is a space world, and then there's all of this space activity that can be seen right outside of the Arcanum. And who's to say that the spiral is the only place that there are planets? Maybe Yago could be one of them, and we'll one day visit it if there's a fourth arc. So yeah, that's the number 3 unanswered question in the third arc. When asked the name of the Sleeping Arcanum tree, a KingsIsle employee responded by saying, "Shh. If I say her name, it might wake her up." This is the only lead that we have been given on the name of the Arcanum tree, and it's not much. However, it can give us an idea that her being asleep is essential, whether that's for the Arcanum or something else. But we still don't know much about this tree. There is a chance that she could be related to Bartleby or have her own entirely different origin, but as of now, we really don't know anything about her at all. A lot of people say that the tree basically fuels or runs the Arcanum because, you know, you see all the energy go through her branches and then flow throughout all the doors that go all throughout the Arcanum, and that is definitely something that I believe. I think that all the energy that we see that's going outside of the Arcanum that you can see through that window is going to her. We can clearly see that it is, but we just don't know what type of energy this is and how it fuels the Arcanum exactly. Maybe she's asleep because she is dreaming up a whole sequence of something that we have no idea about, or maybe she needs to be asleep to perform this as if she's meditating or something. It could be sucking all the life out of her. For all we know, we don't know anything about the Arcanum when you really think about it. And this is another thing to wonder about since the third arc started that has not been explained to us at all yet.
We're lost in the city lights, cut like a samurai.
So this last one is very, very interesting to me, guys, and that is, where is Jackie from? What is her home world? Jackie the Balance Scholar has not had her home world revealed to us yet, and what makes this especially interesting is the fact that every single other professor in the Arcanum has said where they came from, either in-game in the dialogue or on the Ravenwood bulletin board. The Myth Scholar comes from Polaris, the Life Scholar comes from Wallaroo, the Death one comes from Mirage, the Fire Scholar comes from Athenor, the Ice Scholar comes from Polaris, and Ione we know comes from Imperia. And who was left in all of that? The Balance Scholar, Jackie. And we still have no idea where she comes from. She even had her own Ravenwood bulletin board recently, and there was no word about where she came from. She just kept getting off track when she was about to describe where she came from, and this leads me to believe that it's on purpose. Now think about it. Why would KingsIsle not only keep where she comes from secret in the game, but also on the Ravenwood bulletin board from us? And they would tell us where all the other professors come from. Maybe it's because her world is really important. They're trying to basically keep this a secret from us. On top of that, when asked where Jackie came from, a KI employee said that to say more would be to say too much. Now, I have many theories on where she could be from, and my biggest one is the Hidden Lands, which is going to more than likely be the fourth world after Imperia. It was spoken of by Old Cobb in his prophecy at the end of Chrysalis. Now, what makes me say this are these awesome paintings that you can see in her classroom, which basically fit the description of Hidden Lands. You can see these rivers and these paths and trees and mountains. And I think they're awesome because I've always wanted a world like this where you can just explore and adventure in. I am definitely hyped if this will be the Hidden Lands. I think the Hidden Lands is going to be my favorite world in Wizard101. Now this obviously means that wherever she originates from is really important for the storyline in the third arc itself. Some people believe that she could come from Wallaroo, like Xander the Life Scholar. I think that this could be a possibility, however it is more than likely not true because the culture represented in the classroom looks very Native American, whereas Wallaroo is more of an Australian type of world. So I think that it could still be possible, but it's more than likely that she comes from the Hidden Lands. The next video I'm making is going to be a Hidden Lands theory, so look forward to that. If you're still skeptical, I'm going to lay all of the facts down and talk about everything that people don't know about the Hidden Lands. But yeah, this has not been revealed to us at all. KingsIsle has not said anything, and it's going to be one of the biggest mysteries in the third arc. But yeah guys, the third arc is far from over yet. There's still Imperia, the Hidden Lands, and the Broken Shores, and most of these questions will more than likely be answered eventually. But for now, all we can do is continue to put together theories and wonder. And these are just the things that are unexplained in the third arc. There are still many things that are left unanswered from the first and second arc, such as mysterious doors and worlds that were mentioned that we've never been to. All sorts of things, guys. I'll definitely make a vid on counting down just the top 5 unexplained things in general in the future. But for now, this is a vid that's a part of a third arc series that I'm doing on my channel right now. And the next one is going to be on the Hidden Lands, like I said, since that's one of the worlds that we're going to be getting in the third arc. Let's try to reach the sub goal of gaining 15 new subscribers from the vid, and let's try to hit the like goal of getting 70 likes on the video. But yeah guys, make sure to comment comment down below your own thoughts and theories on everything that I talked about, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.